There is a bank in Spain, third largest bank by assets.
Bankia.
Bankia. Bankia. Say that 3 times
Yeah,
fast.
the news this morning on Bankia, which I'm sure you know, was that El Mundo, Spanish language paper, reported that depositors had taken out €1 billion over the last week since it got nationalized by the government.
Right.
Stock went down 30% today. Government came out and said it was an interesting denial because the government said operations are normal at the branches and the flows they're highly seasonal.
Right, but the reality is...
They also said don't panic. Everything's okay, but don't panic.
The problem with bank runs is, and especially a problem for the media to even talk about them, because bank runs are very, very dangerous. They are very, very expensive.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of thing that it could be in a lot of people's interests, contrary to what you may believe, to actually have a bank run. There could be people that are short in the stock. There could be nervous people who want the government to kind of underwrite whatever money they got in there. So these things, so journalists are very, very cautious when it comes to bank runs.
Yeah, you don't really,
and there's no way you can really effectively deny a bank run, right?
As a journalist, if this is going on, you have to report it, right? I mean, you can't not. But you're right. You don't want to say it early. You don't want to start a panic. So we know that depositors in Greece are taking their money out of Greek banks a lot. Right. We have reports that it's happening in Spain. You don't want to say there's a bank run in Europe. But there are ugly things going on in the banks in Europe. They have been. Is it all reaching a critical mass? That's the real question. This question people are starting to ask themselves.
Well, all the financial stocks, certainly in Europe, as well as for a bit of a knock-on here in the U.S., have been trading down very heavily in the last couple of weeks. And, there's this big kind of overhang waiting for the resolution of Greece. And the reality is, you and I know, it's probably not going to be resolved in the next couple of weeks. Probably going to have to at least wait till the Greek elections. And so you're going to have another month or so of this uncertainty, which can't be good for the banks.
No, and look, the Spanish banks, to get back to what we're talking about, I mean, the Spanish banks were in trouble before. There's a reason that the government had to come in and nationalize the bank.
There's been a real estate collapse in Spain for, it must be going on 6 or 7 years now. I mean, this is not new news. But Spanish financial authorities have probably been late to the game in terms of cleaning up the banking system.
Right. They haven't been doing it. Now they're trying to do it. Their plan was and Bankia was a combination of all these different banks, to sort of combine the banks together and hopefully they'd be strong enough. That's not working. It's clearly not working. They had to step in and actually take the step of nationalizing.
European markets, another banner day in Europe.
Another bad day here in the U.S. too. I mean.
But a lot of this is kind of the Eurozone jitters. Greece, will Greece leave the Eurozone? I mean, I wish I could say there was much new here, but there really is. Other than the stocks going down.
I mean, you're right. Well, look, the Bankia news was new today, right? Stocks going down, that is new. It's just a question of when does this whole thing in Greece reach critical mass? Does it reach critical mass before the bureaucrats get to it?